Hi everybody, it's Jaja, and I'm here to do an honest review on the Colourpop Hocus Pocus 2 eyeshadow palette from Colourpop. I did a review on this on my channel. It was a Halloween tutorial. I'm gonna link the video down below in the description box. But yeah, I did a few looks with this palette. I have a look on now using the greens. Which I might show you under the light later. But yeah, this is the palette. It retails for $24, and it's their third Hocus Pocus palette from Colourpop. The first two are from the first movie. This one it's called Hocus Pocus 2. It's called the All Hallows Eve palette, and it's supposed to be resembling the new second movie that came out on Disney Plus this Halloween. So this is really nice. I love the packaging. I think it's really cute with the sisters cartoon-like, with like the out in the sky with the cat, and it's really soft touch. And then you open up the palette, and you can see I've dirtied it up because I use a lot of the shades and a lot of the colors. And yeah, there's all the colors right there. Inside, there's no mirror, but there is the witches and all the colors there. So they also have the back. They also have the shade names in the back there. So let's go over the shades. So there's Candle is a Light, Spellbook, Cursed, Havoc, 17th Century, Witch Hunters, Wicked Ways, Brew Another Batch, Marvelous, 29 Years. Then on the bottom row, there is Till Midnight, Observe, Night of Sins, Doomed, and Cometh to Us. Okay, so those are the shade names. Spellbook has a little cauldron, Doomed has a skull, and then Observe has the eye on it. So yeah, so let's talk about this palette. So I did my honest review. I've delved into the purples there. Today I delved into the greens. If you guys can see that, but I did delve into the greens today. So the good thing is that you know, I have a lot of Jeffree Star palettes, and I swatched these shades next to similar shadows and Jeffree Star palettes that I think would be similar, and there was no duplicates. So that's a good thing. There was no, I have nothing duplicated from this palette and the Jeffree Star palettes. Nothing. There's some similar, but most of them are just, they're no duplicates. And but if you do have other Colourpop palettes, there might be duplicates there. But I only have Jeffree Star palettes, and none of them are duplicated in this palette so far that I could see. They're all very different. I love the color story. I love how you can do oranges. It's very Halloween, very full. You have the dark chocolate browns, you have the oranges, you have the purples, the greens. Like, those are all very Halloween colors. You got the black, the matte black, of course. You got a lot of, like, you got a dark chocolate gray, a lot of deep dark shades with very vibrant, like Halloween metallic shades. Really pretty. So I used mostly this whole palette so far. Like, I've done so many looks now at this point, so I could definitely give a really good review on it. So I don't like that there's not an all over the list shade. The lightest one is Spellbook, and I just set my eyes with it today, but it's still not as light to set my primer with it. I wish there was a lighter shade to set my primer with it, but there's nothing in the palette that goes with it. Okay, so a lot of these shades, I love that they're very pretty. You can definitely tell it's a Halloween palette. Even if the Hocus Pocus, it wasn't called All Hallows Eve and there wasn't witches on the palette, you can tell that this color story is very witchy-like and very Halloween. Okay, so you could do a lot of different looks with this palette. Okay, so the Wicked Way shade is the worst. I mean, you guys saw me it's the worst. It was in my review. It was really bad shade. I mean, it's very dry, not pigmented. I've seen other people review it. They hate the shade. It's a very bad shade. It's the worst shade I've ever had in my entire life. Like, it's really that bad. However, every other shade performs very well. I've heard things that the greens don't perform very well. I think the greens perform fine. I have all the greens on today. I have Night of Sins, Brew Another Batch, and Curse. So these three, and then I do have Candle is a Light in my inner corner, and in my I did like a halo line. I have it in the center with Brew Another Batch. And then I have the dark green here, which is Night of Sins, and I have it haloed like on my crease. And then I have Cursed, this lime green blends it in the crease on the top right there. I'm gonna show it to you under the light. But yeah, so I like how it's metallic, the background, it's really, really cute. Perfect for Halloween, perfect to go with the movie and everything. If you love Hocus Pocus, this is great. This is definitely the best one out of all three of the Hocus Pocus palettes that Colourpop ever did. This is their best one. Okay, so there's a negative though. I think everything is pigmented, you know, except for the Wicked Way shade. However, there's a couple of negatives here. So comparing it to Jeffree Star eyeshadow palettes, because that's all I have, so I can only compare it to those. Jeffree Star's formula is way smoother and way more buttery and way more pigmented. Even though this is pigmented, Jeffree's is way more pigmented and way more buttery and more smooth, not as dry feeling. Some of these shades, even though they're pigmented, a lot of them also very dry feeling. They're not that smooth, and you know, I like a smooth, buttery shadow, and these are very dry. Most of them are very dry. Jeffree formula is very, as I said, buttery, and they're also a little more pigmented than Colourpop. But then again, like this Colourpop palette retails for $24 and a Jeffree palette retails for 50 something normally. So you get what you pay for, obviously. This is a very cheap eyeshadow palette. For an eyeshadow palette, it's $24. So it's not as cheap as something you'd get in a drugstore, but it's still pretty cheap, you know? So, but for a $24 eyeshadow palette, it performs, the packaging's cute and it performs pretty well. I had no troubles with the greens. I used the browns the other day. I had no troubles with those. It's just the formula is very dry. Now, the couple of these glitters, so say for instance, like Marvelous here, right? The orange, and then the Candle is a Light, right? So those are not metallics. They look like metallics in the pan, but I'll swatch them for you. So they're really just glitters. They're just glitters, you know. It's basically, they're just toppers. They're pretty. You know, they're pretty, as you can see. They're pretty, but they're not, sorry, my elbow went to the palette. They're pretty, but they're not like bam, bam, bam metallics. Like, they're kind of like, it's more like a top coat. Like the orange, like they're pigmented, but like there's a lot of glitter in there that I feel like it just works better on top of other shadows. Like I feel like I used, Brew Another Batch also. Let me swatch. Brew Another Batch is also like a glittery. It's not so like. Well, no. The Brew Another Batch is kind of metallic and kind of like. I have them in the center of my lid. That's kind of like pigmented and very metallic. But the Candle is a Light. It's like a sheer glitter. So I have that on top of Brew Another Batch in the center of my lid. Now the orange, which is this orange glittery metallic, you got the metallic, but there's a lot of glitter in there, and I feel like it would work well on top of an orange shade. You know? That's just how I look at it. I feel like a lot of these metallics are more like eyeshadow toppers, where you can put on other top of other other metallics, because there's a lot of glitter on top of them. I think that Till Midnight, I'll swatch Till Midnight. So this is very dry, you know, you can tell that in Jeffree's formula, it's way more smoother. But this is a very good matte. Like this is very pigmented, very dark. So that's really good. I'm gonna swatch the Wicked Ways just to show you how bad this shade is. Like, oh my god, this purple metallic is horrible. Like, it doesn't even show up. Like, look at that. It's just, oh, I hate this shade. I hate Wicked Ways. And I really wanted to like it because it's one of my favorite colors. Is this like plum, like kind of shade, and I would have loved to use it, but I can't use this. This is way too sheer, and it's not even buildable. I feel like it's just not good. I do like it. I like that the chocolate brown is nice. The orange, there's nothing duplicated. Like even the greens, like I have Blood Money from Jeffree Star. I thought like a lot of these would be duplicates, but they're not. They're not duplicates at all. Like they're not duplicates. They're not similar. They're not even similar. Like I feel like they're very different. I do like this pumpkin orange. This pumpkin, it's a really nice pumpkin orange for the fall. This like doomed shade, and the Comet to Us is a really nice like dark chocolate brown. So these two are really cute, really nice fall shades. I love that. I love those two shades. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I really do love this palette. I think it's really nice. For $24, You get what you pay for. I think it's a cool, palette. I do. I think it's a cool palette. Now, would I keep repurchasing Colourpop palettes? Probably not, just because I know how good Jeffree's shadows are. It's like, why would I want to go, why would I want to go, what's the word? Like, why would I want to, get something less quality? You know what I'm saying? And I hate saying that because, like, it's good quality. It's just not as good as Jeffree's, you know? But I do like it. My favorite shades are definitely Comet to Us, Dunes, Brew Another Batch, Observe, Till Midnight. I mean, there's a lot of great shades. There's a 17th century shade, which is a nice little, like, silver metallic. You can do a lot of different looks. Now, I feel like there's also a lot of looks that you couldn't really do just by using this palette. Like, you would have to go into other palettes. Because, like, I feel like just maybe the greens, because there's a lot of greens in here, so you could probably do, like, a full look with the greens. But the oranges, you really can't do, like, a full orange look. You can try. The purples, too. Like, you can't do a full... Like, that, you saw me in my review for the palette when I first reviewed it. I had to go into other palettes because I wanted a purple eye, and there's only 2 purples, really, and this is not really a purple. So I only had these 2 shades, and this shade sucks, the Wicked Ways. The Observe, but I love the Observe shade. But, so I had to go into other shades, you know. Sometimes, you know, that's what you have to do. You have to go into other shades and other palettes to complete the look. But, other than that, I think it's great. I love the packaging. It doesn't come in a mirror, but I don't care about that. Talking about mirrors, actually, I wanted to show you this. So I got this really cute, see, this is a Halloween inspired, like, kind of makeup video. So my Jeffree Star Halloween mirror came today. It's only $12 online. And it came. Look how cute this is. It goes cute with the palette, you know, very Halloween. I love it. It's a star, you know. Now it's a small star, like it's, you know, it's matte touch, soft touch. I love how it's like a black and orange with like the spider dripping. This was an exclusive in his Halloween mystery box last year. He has it online now for $12, and I love it. It's good quality. The star is not that big, but it's big enough you can see your full face, you know? Like, it's a cute Halloween mirror to go with your Halloween looks or your Halloween makeup or your makeup tutorials or your, you know, whenever you're doing your makeup for the month of October. It's cute to have, you know? It adds something else to your vanity. It adds something else to your makeup look. And it adds a little something extra fun, Halloween-y, while you do your makeup. So I do love the mirror. I think it's really cute, really festive, and I do love this mirror. So just wanted to talk about that for a second. So yeah, so back to this. So yeah, I like this palette. I do. If I had to rate it a 10, like 1 through 10, like a Jeffree palette, I would rate like most of them are 9s, 10s, right? This I would rate like a 6. You know, it's good. It's not just like, it's not like, oh my god, but it's good, you know? Feels nice. It's really good packaging. You know, but yeah. But let me show you, so let me just remember the names so I can tell you the names. So Brew Another Batch, Curse, Night of Sins. So let me show you my eye look I did today with the palette. So I did like a green smoky halo eye. So as you can see, I have Night of Sins. I knew I was gonna do this. I have short-term memory loss, guys, so I knew this was gonna happen to me. Yeah, it's Night of Sins. Okay, so I have Night of Sins, the very dark. Like, this green is very dark. Like, it's darker than any greens in Jeffree's Blood Money palette. It's a very deep, dark forest green. So I have it halo-eyed, like, on my crease. And then I have, Cursed, that light chartreuse shade matte, blended in the crease with that. And then in the center, I have Brew Another Batch and Kindle is a Light. I Brew Another Batch in the center, and then I have Kindle is a Light on top of Brew Another Batch. And then in the corner, I have Kindle is a Light. Tyler May in the corners. And then on my lash line, I have Till Midnight, the matte black. Then I put Night of Sins, and then I blended everything with the shade Cursed. So that's my eyes today. And then my lips is Christmas Cookie Liquid Lip with Paid in Full lip gloss, I want to say. I think it's called Paid in Full. Let me see. Yeah, Paid in Full. So this lip gloss. Okay, that's my eye look today. I think it's really pretty. I like my makeup look today. I have my little, what's these called? Like, I forgot what they're called. Like these cartoon characters. I got this at like a JCPenney years ago. But yeah. I love it. It's cute. I like the metallic in the center, but then I love the glitter, the candle is a light. Like it's glitter and shimmer to the center, and I love that. Okay. Yeah. I love green smoky eyes for Halloween. Like I think it's like it reminds me of that song Monster Mash. You know what I mean? Like green is a very like Frankenstein, like it's a very like Halloween color, I feel like. Yeah. Okay. Well, I love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my review on the palette. I do recommend this palette. I do. I recommend this palette. I don't know if I would get another Colourpop palette. You know, this is my first Colourpop palette, my first time trying Colourpop's formula. It's really good for the price. I will say that. It's good for the price. You know what I mean? Now, if this is $52 like Jeffrey's and it performed like this, then we would have a problem. But because it was $24, it's affordable and it's good for the price, as they said. So yeah, I like it. Cute, especially if you like Hocus Pocus and you love that movie for Halloween. I love Hocus Pocus, obviously. So, you know, I'm a Hocus Pocus fan, so I'm really glad I got the palette. All right, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.